What Europe just did is downright evil. No, we're not talking about that weird bottle cap thing they do over there. And look, if you think that this is not going to affect you and your money, then think again, because a shocking announcement from the EU has confirmed what many already feared. Your financial future is in grave danger, and the case for Bitcoin has never been clearer. The EU is making moves that could steal your savings and drastically change the way that you manage your money. So in this video, I'll break down exactly what the EU just did with this evil CBDC that's coming and where it's all heading. First, we have to talk about this shocking post on X that came right from the horse's mouth, the world's evilest horse, Ursula von der Leyen. She be lying. If she says that CBDCs are going to be good. The president of the European Commission proudly announced that the EU is unveiling a savings and investment union aiming to turn private savings into much needed investment. Surely this is simply an innocent boost to the economy, right? But if you read between the lines, this translates to, we want to take your personal savings, the money you have in the bank, to fuel government-controlled investments, particularly in defense, to ratchet us up to World War III. Now, this isn't just about boosting the economy, it's about control. Create the threat, bail in your money without your consent into the system. It's about putting your wealth into the hands of the weapons manufacturers, the big banks, the institutions. They all have their own agendas, and they want what you got. The EU is positioning this as a way to become more competitive, but what they're really saying is, we need your money to fix our broken system. And this will not be the first time they've done it. There were bank bail-ins in other countries in the EU already. And if they can control your savings, they can control your future. How can you save money in the EU if they're just going to steal money out of your bank account from time to time? If the EU succeeds here, then other countries might follow by creating similar policies. And this is where things start to get dangerous, because this isn't the first time that the EU has stolen directly from people's bank accounts, okay? Now, if you don't remember your history, Cyprus, 2013, the country's banking system was in a bit of a sticky situation. The government issued a bank bail-in, meaning that they planned to seize money directly from people's savings accounts to rescue the failing banks. They took your money, gave it to the banks. You still have to pay taxes, by the way. Now, the plan was to take 6.75% of the uninsured savings up to 100,000 euros in a one-off tax payment, take 9.9% of uninsured savings over 100,000 euros and another one-off tax payment, and issue customers with bank stocks equal to the value of the stolen money. And it is stolen money. I do not mince words on that. Remember, not your bank, not your money, okay? But what use is shares in a failing bank during a crisis? Not much. People just want their money, rightfully so. Cyprus then declared the following Monday a national holiday, so people were unable to get their money out of the banks. Screw you, right? Thankfully, the people rebelled, overturned the bank bail-in, but this is a reminder that if you have uninsured savings, you are trusting the banks not to steal it from you. That's basically it. And if you have insured savings, you're trusting the government to bail out the bank if it's in trouble, or even just to simply honor that they're actually going to insure your deposit. Most countries don't have enough to insure all the banks. The FDIC in America, for example, just insures like 1% of all bank deposits. Now, the EU seems to be laying the groundwork for some kind of financial land grab with their CBDCs. But only this time, they're dressing it up as an investment opportunity. The European Commission plans to unlock an estimated $10 trillion in unused savings from the EU citizens to fund its war machine. A European commissioner said that the goal is to bridge the gap between idle savings and businesses in need of funds. Just what you thought you probably want to do with your savings. Give money to businesses in need of money. Shouldn't that be what they get from running their business? That's not how it works. It's all part of the broader plan by the EU, who plans to raise 800 billion euros for its defense sector by 2029. I know what you're thinking. You're going to be happy that your savings are going to pad the pockets of weapons manufacturers, but it gets even darker, guys. But before we get into the darkest parts of this conversation, guys, Bitcoin is your life raft, okay? You need to get as much of it as possible, and a great way to try to do that is by trading. Now, if you want a great exchange to trade on, I want to take a moment to let you know how you can get $50 for free with Femex, one of the top crypto exchanges. Look, markets go up, markets go down, but you can trade both ways and make money both ways. Even if it feels a bit dirty making money shorting sometimes. And the OG exchange, Femex, is a great place to do it. It's available to everyone, everywhere. It has deep liquidity, all the top trading pairs, and currently they're running a crazy promotion that you may want to take advantage of. So you get $50 for free just for signing up using the link down below. You'll get a 20% deposit bonus. So you deposit $1,000, get $200 back, as well as a $1,000 trading bonus. Pretty damn cool, right? All you have to do, use the link down below to start your account, and you'll be eligible for all of those bonuses. Go check it out if you're a trader and you want to be trading in the markets and taking advantage of that offer, but also of all the trading opportunities available. So it gets worse. This is all bad. But how do they enforce this on people? The CBDC, the central bank digital currency. Well, the Central Bank of Europe has confirmed they're fast tracking their digital euro plans. It's going to come this year. They're not wasting any time. It's coming in October. Watch out, guys. The EU is going to have its own central bank digital currency with over €1 billion handed out in private contracts for things like technology providers. But let's call this what it really is, a financial surveillance system. Okay, this is just one step away from a social credit system. First, the idea is CBDCs were brushed off as conspiracy theories. Surely they're not going to launch money that lets them tax you on single transactions, cut off your money, implement expiry dates on your money. Oh, that's going to be fun, isn't it? You have 90 days to spend your money, and you can't invest it. Now, the EU is pushing hard for its CBDC to go live as soon as possible, even claiming it's critically important on both the retail banking and institutional banking sides. CBDCs are nothing but nightmare money with a lot of strings attached. The digital euro will give the government the power to not only monitor every single one of your transactions, but to control exactly how and when you spend your money. Oh, you've been saying bad things about the government? We're going to cut off your money. Maybe you're not allowed to buy maybe you're not allowed to buy plane tickets anymore. You're not allowed to buy train tickets anymore. Every time you buy something, the state's going to track it. They can freeze it, all at the push of a button. Here's the worst part. Governments can also limit what you spend your money on, where you spend your money, what time of day you spend your money. Things get super dystopian. Do you want to buy some meat? Sorry, your carbon credits are up for the month. You want to travel? Not on a plane, buddy. Get a horse. Your carbon quota says no. CBDCs would let basically the state decide what you can and can't buy, depending on what they say is acceptable or not. Let all this sink in for a second. It's very Orwellian. George Orwell's 1984 couldn't have even fully imagined the insanity and evil of CBDCs, but that's where we're headed. CBDCs are a threat to your financial freedom on a level we've never seen before. Make no mistake, they are evil and they'll use fake crisis to introduce them, which is what they're doing now. To make matters worse, the EU is getting ready to launch digital IDs. Social credit scores are coming. All EU member states will offer a digital ID to citizens by 2026, directly linked, of course, to your CBDC account. They'll be able to link every single financial move you make to your personal identity and create a profile for you. Are you a bad person or a good person? A deviant in society? A person who thinks, are you committing thought crimes? I know you're committing thought crimes in there. Stop it. Complete state control over every aspect of your life. No more financial independence. This would be the end of freedom as we know it. You think that can't happen? Well, history says otherwise. Look back at history. Look at everything that governments have done, from the coronavirus to everything else. The wars, this is the playbook. They create problems, they generate fear, and then they offer evil solutions to steal more power for themselves. We've seen it time and time again, from fake crises to economic crisis, climate panic, infinite war, all to justify measures that benefit the state and allow them to take more of what you got and give it to themselves. Remember, you will own nothing and you will be happy about it. Mark my words, in the future, you're likely going to see ads saying, download the digital euro app today and you're going to get 10 euros for free. And just switch all your money in the bank over to digital euros. People do it. They'll line up around the corner to do it. That's the scary part. They'll make it seem tempting, even harmless. You're doing your patriotic duty. People who use cash are evil criminals. You don't want to be one of those people. Think people won't comply? Look at the pandemic. Your financial future will no longer be yours. Many are going to take the bait. Don't be one of them. You can save yourself. You still have the chance to buy Bitcoin. It's under 100,000 US dollars currently. It'll go to millions. And this is kind of the part of the catalyst that's going to push it there, because more and more people will want to have money that's actually free. And already cash is criminalized in the EU. In certain EU member states, if you spend more than like 1,000 euros in cash, which isn't even that much, can't even buy a decent used car for 1,000 euros in cash, right? Absolute junker, piece of junk. But if you spend more than 1,000 euros in cash, you're committing a crime in many EU countries. How insane is that? They're already trying to take complete control. Bitcoin is the freedom ticket. It's a Swiss bank account in your pocket. And when you understand that when you buy Bitcoin, you're not making an investment, you're exiting fiat. Everything will change for you. Thanks for watching.